Howdy, howdy, howdy. How is everybody doing tonight? Thank you for being here with us tonight. Appreciate all of you being here. Let me say before we get started, a couple things. Number one, we don't have any real updates on Joey. Joey went for an EKG. He had some kind of testing done today. I know one of them was a EKG. He did about a 5-minute live stream earlier today, talking about he was getting ready to go in for his testing. I have not been messaging Joey or texting him or anything because I don't want to bother him at this point. We are waiting to hear. Once we do hear anything, we hear any updates, we will let you guys know. But as of right now, Joey is still in the hospital and he has been going in for a lot of testing. We'll see how it goes. Secondly, I would like to say a big thank you to Anaphylaxis, who has been an awesome mod for the channel. Anna has decided that she's going to step down from modding. She may remain with some of the other channels that she had been part of, but as for right now, Anna is no longer going to be part of the modding for the channel, and I want to thank her for everything that she's done for the channel. Has been a great mod, someone that we've really appreciated having here as part of the family, and we wish her the best. So thank you very much, Anna, and as always, you're always welcome. Please don't feel like just because you can't mod for me anymore that we don't want you around here. We absolutely do appreciate having you, and thank you for everything you've done for us. So as we get started here, let's see who all we got up in here. We got Laura Waldy, who is our lead mod for the channel. Bushfire Blonde, how you doing tonight? Joe Gerst is from Pittsburgh tonight. The city of Johnny Somali is not arrested enough. There you go. Lisa Robinson, how are you doing? Some weirdo stalker named Clearwater Chad is up in here. Everybody can relax now. Thomas Foster is in the building. Let's see. Mara Lee is here. Mona Englert, one half of the Twinsies. Bennebeck is in the house. Sir Crepitus, how we doing, Bill? It's been a couple days. I'll get hold of you the next day or two. I got so much going on. My goodness, it is crazy. The Sunrise Dawn is up in here. Let's see. Mrs. Crepitus, the person who wears the pants of that household and also carries the big club that she keeps Mr. Crepitus in line with. So welcome, Mrs. Crepitus. Doug, how are you doing tonight? Make sure we're not missing too many folks before we get rolling with everything that's going on tonight. And it's going to be another barn burner, folks. He just can't stop. Gwen Pitka, how are you doing? Terry Dillon, how are you doing tonight? And thank you all. Yeah, all right, bud. Yeah. Anytime you want to call, go ahead. If I'm busy, you'll know. I just won't be able to pick up, but you're always welcome. All right. So you know how this works. It's a Sunday night. We always got to bring in our boy Clearwater Chad. How we doing tonight, Chad?
Hey, good. It was great to be here. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thanks. How are you?
Good. Just been worried about Joey.
Yeah, same here.
So, folks, if you don't know, Chad knew Joey before I knew Joey. And so they have a better friendship. They've known each other a bit longer. And, we're both worried about him, and our prayers and thoughts are going out to him. Michelle, how you doing? So, Chad, you got something for us?
I do. All right.
Where from tonight?
We did the old standby Buffalo.
All right.
So 39 degrees in Buffalo, 0% precip. The wind is at 6, and it's 76% humid, Poe.
Awesome. Thank you. Roscoe has been just he's been a monster the last few days. I think he's really tired of being cooped up in the house. But, I'll give you an idea of what's going on. We had something's happened with the electricity in the house. So there is pretty much one half of the house has been acting weird with the electricity. So that part of the house is his invisible fence half. So we've been, there's no invisible fence. So he has to go out on a tether because Roscoe will run like a maniac if he gets loose. So he's been acting a little bit crazy on that. I finally got things situated so we could at least get his invisible fence up and running today. And So he's been feeling a lot happier, and boy, he is mad as a hornet because you can see I put mineral blocks and salt licks out in the backyard for the deer. And, I don't hunt anymore. I haven't hunted in probably 25 years now. So, I put them out there so that the deer can come in. It's a nice safe spot for them. I'll throw apples and fruit and carrots and stuff out there for them. Roscoe's been going sadistic going out there smelling all that deer out there. He's just been going nuts. Let's see. John Wowski is back. Just got his power back after 40 hours, 14 inches of global warming in northeast Pennsylvania. Family up northern Michigan, they're already got snow on the ground and it's staying. Selena, how are things going in Illinois tonight? And welcome on in. Dusty soda fountain dispenser, pop cracker, soda bottle cap. How are we doing tonight, brother? So, Chad, I know you've been checking out some of the videos. What are you thinking about your boy Johnny Somali?
I think he's going to the edge of the mountain, and he's going a little too far, in my opinion, John.
Oh my gosh, I think homeboy is really putting himself in for some trouble, one way or another. And I've got two channels I'm showing tonight. We're going to see from a channel called 15 Minutes of Shame, and also from our pal Legal Mindset. Now I have sent out an email to Legal Mindset, but I just saw something from him in one of his lives recently. He has had so many people wanting to talk to him about Johnny Somali that he hasn't been able to actually, get to everybody. So he says he will be getting to everybody about doing interviews over the Johnny Somali stuff. So I'm down for it, man. And Doug, what you doing? I know whose house I'm going to for deer season. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could literally hunt out of my backyard here. I'm in an area where you can actually do that. I just, like I said, I don't, because I get so many people that bring their deer to me they either bring them to me or ask me to come to their house and process them out for them. And then they, I have always got a ton of venison sitting around. So have you heard the latest stuff that's going on with Johnny there, Chad?
I think I watched a video, and it said something like he's trying to escape South Korea and go to North Korea, which would be
it sounds like
right.
you've been watching 15 Minutes of Shame there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. He's also been putting in privacy notices against Legal Mindset, and Legal Mindset, he's an attorney. He lives in South Korea, but he's one of those, he's not afraid of it. He's like, everything I'm doing is under 107 of the Fair Use Act. And as you see at the bottom of my screen right there, part 107 of Copyright Act, the fair use portion of it. Yeah, Marilee, he's got a whole lot more than 15 minutes. We're actually going to go into some of that tonight with Legal Mindset stuff. Legal Mindset has made it very clear. If you want to use parts of his stuff out there, thank you, Doug. Thank you. If you want to use his content as your stuff, just make sure you're putting in there that it's his, and show him some respect on that. And as you know, with all of them that I show on my channel, I try to put the link in for them so that you all know where they're coming from, and ask everybody to just get over there. If you don't even want to watch the content, just go click the like. That's that helps them out, and thank them for all the stuff that they're doing, because Legal Mindset's putting a lot of work into this stuff. So, and then, you've got 15 Minutes of Shame. They're digging up stuff as well. Nobody's really covering it like Legal Mindset. Legal Mindset is absolutely slamming this stuff home. So, Chad, are you ready to watch some of this insanity that's been unfolding?
Oh, absolutely. I've been looking forward to it.
Whew. Okay, so Legal Mindset was able to pull up some footage from when Johnny first arrived in South Korea. And the thing is, there you go, Benebeck. He is the Price is Right yodeler headed for the edge. I think he's went over that edge. Yeah, Thomas, it could put him in jail for a long time. I've been saying that I thought he would do maybe 1-2 years if they put him in prison at all. but he keeps doubling, tripling, quadrupling right on down on this stuff. And he is, my goodness, he is just the amount of insanity that he's got going on with this stuff is ridiculous. So let's get on over and check out Legal Mindset, and then we'll hear what y'all got to say about it. The link is in the chat there.
Being treated like this, right? Absolutely painful. So we're gonna fast forward now. So we're gonna fast forward, and we're gonna jump.
Let me say, Legal Mindset does a good job. Andrew does a good job of trying to cut out stuff that might be offensive, might be triggering, but we're talking about Johnny Somali. So pretty much everything he does is triggering. It is offensive. So just be prepared for that. I don't want anybody shocked or surprised, but if you're here and you knew this was going to be about Johnny, you know what you're in for with this stuff.
Forward to when he gets on the Metro, because he sits fumbling here with this for quite a period of time.
Also, let me say this: Johnny is, as he's on this subway, he has a speaker sits right here. I think it's either a JBL or something like that. It is connected to his phone, and every time there is something where you can literally type something in, pay the money for it, and it automatically plays through that speaker. Well, what's crazy is you have people literally typing in stuff in Korean that reads out in Korean, and they are saying certain very, very dangerous statements over this speaker. Like one of them is, "I have a boom boom," something like that. Then at other parts, they literally are playing portions of adult content, pornographic video. They're playing the audio from it over that. This is the kind of stuff that he's doing, and you hear him go, no, don't do that, don't do that. He doesn't care. All right, he sits there and he acts like, don't do that. But every time that something like that's happened, that means he's getting more money in the bank for him. So, and a lot of people have been asking, how is he living? How is he affording to do what he's doing? He's doing it all through his channel, through all of the people that watch, and they're paying for like these super chats, these talk to text chats and things like that. And one of the things that he's really pushing with it is, you're going to be surprised, he is doing all this with an audience. I think he only has like 3.5 thousand subscribers to his channel, but they are just dumping cash on him to get him to do this stuff.
So let me fast forward here. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit.
Speak Korean, so I'll give you a warning because I don't want you guys to waste your money.
Okay, I think this is about it. Yeah, so yeah, and I think this one it's like saying he's a porn star, and to let me just pull this one up. So now he's on the Metro, and he's going to proceed to do many things that are illegal on the Metro. Nathan, this is a good question. Laws are different in Korea and Japan and many Asian countries, right? Particularly involving children, right? You can't just go around filming children without their consent. That's something you cannot do. They're not capable of doing that, especially since you are streaming it, since you are advertising it, since you're putting it out in public. The laws are different. They're not the same.
And I've talked about this many, many times. Chad, I know you've heard me talking about it, how laws that apply in the United States do not apply in other countries, and simply thinking because you're an American, you can get away with it.
Yep.
You know, that's the thing is that this is not America. You do not get to just walk around and do things that you get away with here in America under freedom of speech, just simply because you're an American. They don't give a crap. All right. And Korea, they have some there. You piss off enough people, they're going to take it. They're going to take it on you real strong. So let's see what he does. And like he was saying, here it is. They're putting it in there in the type to speech super chat there. They're saying something like he's a porn star and stuff like that. And he's also filming children on his live stream. They don't play those games in South Korea. So let's see how this goes.
Right. So streaming children is a problem. It's not America. Right. And even in the U.S., that can be a problem in certain circumstances. You should be very careful around, filming children. Second of all, I mean, even if it wasn't even legal aside, it's a weird thing to do. But there specifically, it's a problem. In fact, a lot of like street streamers that would do street videos in like Japan that have to censor people's faces.
Yep.
Because they're not giving consent. Right. And yes, even in public, this can be an issue. Welcome everybody to the chat. Appreciate everybody joining. I know I see Yellow Flash and down in Suwon talked about us. This is what he tries to just in disturbing even himself. I'm gonna fast forward here.
Party, everybody. Yeah, we just
So what? Okay, here we go. Once again, creating a disturbance. Right. Watch this.
trying to have fun, y'all.
This music is playing. So I know what you guys are thinking. Is this music just like from the video? No, this music is playing at that level on the metro. That
Let me say this. My buddy Nasty Nathaniel, who comes on quite often, he goes to Seoul, South Korea a lot. Philippines is his love, but he goes through South Korea because he has a lot of friends that live in South Korea that he likes to go visit with as well. I've been to South Korea. We both know that it's much like Japan. Once you get on the subway, you see everybody there on their phones, but you hear nothing. It is absolutely quiet. It is very orderly. You don't hear a lot of talking, jabbering. People aren't on their phones talking. None of that. It is very quiet. It is very respectful. He's there with this speaker strapped to himself, and he is literally playing this music over that speaker. Now he's acting like, oh my gosh, there's nothing I can do about this. Absolutely. All he has to do is turn the speaker off and none of this stuff would be happening. But if he did that, then he's going to lose that money that would be coming in for it. And he likes to play stupid when he starts getting in trouble. He will literally sit there. He will say, oh, I didn't know, and this and that. But the minute he gets the minute that the police or security turn away, he goes right back to the same crap. So he, trying to say he doesn't understand what's going on, that's bull. So
that's a classic disturbance, right? Also, Orsa Flats with 50 Legal Mindset memberships. Holy emotional! Thank you so much. Appreciate it. A big thank you to your husband.
Everybody turn up, guys. It's the South Korea party. Everybody. I found some Caucasians. Hello. We got to get out of here, bro.
here's another problem. When these trains are up and moving like this, you're not supposed to be walking through the trains. You're supposed to either be standing there holding on to the railing or those handholds they have above you, or you're supposed to be sitting, but you're not supposed to be traversing through the entire train. And as you're going to see how long these trains are, these are not small.
Let me see how many stops. Okay, God. How many more? Okay, 15. We're almost out of here. Guys. Almost out of here. Thank you so much for the $10, guys.
Slim said $5 gone. Serious fashion.
So he's got like a Trump voice. So he said like that. Some of that was said, I think, in the Trump voice.
Bro, what now is it?
So everyone's looking at him, or at least most people are, because he's blaring music, right? He's blaring music on the subway. That's extraordinarily rude. So he's shouting and dancing on the metro. This is 100% a disturbance. He's got the JBL right there. There's a speaker, right? He knows what he's doing, right? 100% a disturbance. Knowingly, it shows intent. He's enjoying it. They've got him on this crime, dead to rights. They've got them. This is a crime, dead to rights. Proof. Don't need to see any more. But we have more.
Everybody,
Let me also explain. If you'll notice, a lot of people will glance up at him and then immediately look back down to their phone or whatever they're doing, because the way the society is there, they're very respectful, very shy in public. They do not do, the way he is acting is so out of character for how it is in South Korea, Japan. they just don't engage with things like that. You'll notice even the one lady who looked like she was American, possibly European, she glanced at him but looked back and she was smiling. But the fact is that you're not going to get people out there that are going to be sitting there engaging with this. They are not. It's not that kind of society. They do not, do these things in public.
Hey, ya Ani, Ani! Ya Ani, ya Ani! Oh, ya Ani, ya Ani! Everybody, let's have a party, party, party! Yeah, they're gonna send the Korean FBI. I don't know what the Korean FBI is called, but someone do the research. Someone do the research. The Korean FBI is coming for sure. It only took 1 week after the Hiroshima Nagasaki for the Japanese plainclothes police to come to my hotel and flash badges. Like the Japanese, I forgot what they're called, crime prevention something. Someone to figure out what the Japanese crime prevention something.
Okay. Let me just fast forward a minute here because I want to skip his bantering. Right? Okay. He sits down. Here's another crime. Right? Just wait for it here. The lag.
Also, let me say, in a lot of these countries, in Japan, it is very disrespectful to be out in public, like on the subway or walking down the street, eating and drinking. And in Korea, it can also become a legal act that you've committed if you are eating or drinking on the subway. But wait until you see what he's drinking.
Let's see.
What do you think he's drinking, Chad?
I'm not gonna do nothing sexual.
Oh, probably some alcohol or something.
Well, let's wait.
With Bong Bong because I don't want to get in trouble.
He's talking about here he doesn't want to eat things
Be at all
coming
the
up on
train
his drink.
stops. Okay, let's see. Let me see how many more stops we got. 14.
14 stop. Whoa.
It's a long trip.
I'm gonna sit down and drink a little of my soju. I'm gonna sit down next to the grandma.
Okay, says he's gonna sit down and drink a little bit of his soju. Well, soju is an alcoholic drink in South Korea. Well, it's an alcoholic drink, period, but that's what the name of it is soju. I've had it, and it's got some good stuff. But he's going to be doing this not only in public, but he's going to be doing it on the subway, and that's a big no-no.
So I'm going to sit down and drink my soju, right? So let's see what he does here.
Sorry, old man.
Obviously, even the grandma knows what is wrong with this person. Like, what is wrong with him?
I feel like a crackhead. I'm sitting here cracking open alcohol, man.
Yeah, he does seem like
clear. By the way, that's 0. Hold on, let's play it again one more time. Come on, lag in connection here. Right, that was 0.
I'm not gonna do nothing sexual. I feel like a crackhead. I'm sitting here cracking open alcohol, man.
So that is clearly 0 soju, right? You can see it right there. Zero, right? Very famous with very famous actually, good popular soju, but it is super illegal. That's not okay, right? So that's another problem right there. Caught on camera, dead to rights, drinking soju on the subway.
And
clear as day.
Soju is, best way I can describe it is it's like vodka, but it's made from rice. So that's what he's sitting there drinking on the subway. It's a very famous drink in South Korea. And he's sitting there basically cracked open a small bottle of vodka on the rail.
Nope. More for me. More for me.
That seals his
I'm gonna
doom.
need it, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna need it after this. I'm kind of stressed out right now, man. I'm gonna need it. You can't see it in my eyes, but I'm gonna need some of this.
Yeah, he's I
Very
can't believe he's
cringe.
chugging it.
Very cringe. Gets worse.
I don't think they're pressing me because I look like them. You know, not even one person is pressing me. Maybe because I look like them. I'm blending in. Thank you guys for all the support, guys. I love you guys. Just for this, I'm gonna go hit the bungee jump for you guys right now.
Once again, it was his chat that enabled this. It was his chat that enabled this. Let's skip forward a couple seconds here.
I fucked Hannah Ridgeway in her booty hole.
So now he's once again singing obscene lyrics on the metro.
Another crime.
Once again, a disturbance.
If I catch Kimmy, I'm a fucker.
Okay, he's doing this, and in countries like that, it is when you have it, you can't do it in the presence of women or children. It's very clear that you not only have elderly there. I don't know about children. I haven't seen too many children in there, but what he's doing is just it's absurd, but it gets worse.
He's walking through the entire train to create as big of a disturbance as he can. Literally walking up and down the train. Most people, by the way, you get on the train, you stand, you don't walk up and down the train.
Okay, so I'm gonna close it there on that one. But the thing is that at some point they start playing things like "I Have a Boom Boom," and it's playing out of the speaker, so it is broadcasting it to the people on the train. They hear that, they see what's going on there. It's crazy. You don't need the psychic hotline. No, he's going to prison for a long time. Yeah, he's in trouble. They're saying he could get 22 years. Well, it's more than that. We're talking like 25 plus years that he could. You saw a documentary on it is insane what this guy is doing.
I have a question, John.
Go right ahead, sir.
Do you think they're going to let him stream in prison?
Oh, no. They've talked about that quite a bit. And that's the thing, Benebek. He has people that know that he pretty much is going to do what they ask him to do if they put the money there. They put the money in and they say, do this, do that, and he will do those things. I don't know if he has a mental condition or not, but what I do know is that he's stupid. He's really stupid. My brother has been to South Korea and Japan for his work, so he can tell you, Selena, how it is. Let's see, Michelle, I want to go to Korea. I was made there. Awesome. Yeah. My thing about Seoul is, if you've been to Tokyo, Seoul is like Tokyo on steroids. It is wow. Seoul is so fast paced and it is crazy there. Couch Broccoli, how you doing? Chad, they're in here from your chat. Let's see. The Yakuza, they were supposed to have been going after him, but they never caught up with him because as soon as he got a chance, he jumped right on out. James, he actually was over in Israel doing this kind of stuff, and he got whooped a few times for what he was doing. Let's see here. The morning on Decoy Voice channel, he said there are even more charges on this clown. He could potentially do 18 years. Well, they're looking at possibly 25 on him because it's that bad. He's not even rolling it on his face or foam or anything like it's supposed to. I don't know what that. Michelle, Johnny Somali is a TikToker, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube guy who does live streams in different places. He's one of those prankster kind of people, and he does it all because a lot of what they're doing is they are people are paying him to do it. That's basically what he's doing, but he's been getting a whole lot worse. We're talking about things that involve children, things that involve, he's on basically terrorist type acts. Some of the stuff that he's doing is considered in that line of what he's doing in South Korea. At this time, they don't. That has been brought up. They're saying that they actually would like to see him bring it back for him. And Doug was asking if they still have public canings. Mass in a can from Chad's channel. He's much more interested in what his live chat has to say than the people around him. Absolutely. That's what it is he literally, his live chat is the audience watching him be a puppet for what they're paying him to do. That's literally what's going on. Let's see here. Legal Mindset has been relentless about covering Johnny ever since he threatened to sue Somali. Well, ever since Somali threatened to sue him. Legal Mindset is daring Somali to try. Yeah, because he knows that he has no place for it. Yeah, Canadian girl, welcome. Yeah, he's sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. The U.S. should cancel his temporary passport and tell the Koreans he's theirs to keep. There was something that was brought up about that from Legal Mindset about the fact of whether or not they could deny him re-entry back in the United States or deport him. And it's very hard when he is an actual born citizen. It's very hard to do that. But what they can do is once he does get back to the United States, which might be in a couple decades now, by the way he's acting, they can cancel his ability to get a passport to leave the United States. So let's see here. He commits almost as many crimes as the dues pay. Chad, you want to explain that?
Yeah, the dues payer is Shuli, and that's true.
Yeah. And you just about made Marilee spew the drink out of their nose. So let's see here. I want to catch up on what people are saying. When you drink soju, you're supposed to do all these dumb tricks with a glass. I've seen that stuff when I've been over there. I've never done it, but yeah, they have, in certain ways they have their own special rituals they do with it and all. Cajun Mama, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see. No, that is actually a wig he was wearing there, Bushfire Blonde, but yeah. He did bleach his actual hair blonde, and as of right now, he's pretty much shaved his head down. So now we're going to jump over to 15 Minutes of Shame. And 15 Minutes of Shame has a really good one on what is going on with Johnny Somali and what he's looking at, because he's done some even more insidious stuff over there in South Korea. And the new stuff that he's doing, what he is doing is he's going around wearing a MAGA hat because he knows that is going to infuriate certain people. And he knows that it's going to get a reaction. And that's what he wants, is he wants a reaction to what is going on. So what he is doing here is you got to see it to believe it. It is some of the most incredible stuff. Let me go ahead and get that link for you all again. So y'all, if you want to, you can get over there and check out 15 Minutes of Shame and what they're doing. But this is Johnny Somali in South Korea, and what he is actually up to at this point is kind of shocking. How he actually thinks that this isn't going to cause him more trouble, but he honestly thinks that he's going to get off on all this and that he's not going to get any trouble. Make sure I got the volume up. Here we go.
Fire. He's pretending to escape South Korea while committing a crime. He's angering the Muslim community by taunting them. New reports have been filed against him to ICE out of all the agencies.
Now, I mean, this is where he's going. He's actually now going after the Muslim community, and he's Jewish. Okay. A lot of people are like, oh, well, he's Somali and all that. No, he is actually Jewish. That's why he went over to Israel, was because he is Jewish. He went over there and thought that he could act a fool over there, but he ended up getting stomped really bad. So now he's over here, and not only is he doing more of his radical stuff, but now he's going after the Muslim community. So, I mean, by the time this guy's done, he's not going to have anybody but internet trolls who are on his side. And he's only got a handful of them left.
He has threatened another attack on the South Korean statues. And on top of that, he's filing frivolous privacy complaints to shut down opposition.
Now, did you hear that? He is threatening to do another series of lives or recorded content with the comfort women statues that are all throughout South Korea. And we've gone over that about how these were the women who were put into basically actual slavery by the Japanese military when they had came in and overtook South Korea. They also did it in China. So what he, and he made a huge mess out of all that, really angered people. where he was doing videos where he was acting like he was making out with one statue. Another one, he takes his shirt off and he's squirting baby oil and doing like a striptease kind of dance around this statue. And then he came out and said, I didn't know what they meant, and I'm very sorry, and I was just, I didn't realize it. I didn't mean to upset the Korean people. Well, the problem is that with the internet, nothing goes away. Once it's out there, it's out there. People literally record these channels, all of these channels, my channel, all of them that are out there. Someone's got a copy of it somewhere. So what they are doing is they went back and looked back at his previous content that he's put out, where he actually admits that he knows what these statues are about and how he had been looking for them, wanting to find them because he wanted to do content about them. And he was still angry at the Japanese government for the trouble he'd gotten in there. So he wanted to make a point about talking about these statues and how the Japanese people hate these statues. And so it proved that he knew when he started doing these acts around these statues and actually acting like he's making out with one of them, that he knew what the importance of these statues were. So he can't lie and say he doesn't know this stuff.
There's so much to talk about, so let's get into it right away. First, let's start with his newest video where he pretends to escape South Korea. I'm going to play the video, and then I'll let you know why this video is a problem.
I'm outside. I'm at the DMZ, the border of North Korea. These motherfuckers saying I'm getting 29 years. Y'all gonna catch me alive. No, take me like I'm willing to be like who's that black his name is Dennis Rodman. I'm the next Dennis Rodman. Oh.
Now he's also compared himself to being the OJ of South Korea. He one of his fans has compared him to being the Rosa Parks of South Korea. Now he says he's the new Dennis Rodman. And if you didn't understand what he was saying when he said he was at the DMZ, that is literally, there is a section at the border where each side is so far apart, it's called the DMZ. It's a demilitarized zone. And on each side of it, they have the military that are lining up there. Very famous in a lot of things that you see coming out of Korea, where you see the United States military, the Korean military on one side, and on the other side, like 300 yards away, there is the North Korean military over there. And it's literally like a standoff zone between the two. And it's, I mean, for him to sit there and say, I'm at the DMZ, believe me, that is very heavily guarded all throughout the border between North and South Korea. He is not just jumping a wall and getting into North Korea.
See y'all. Korean. Shout out, Y'all. Peace out.
So obviously it's just a dumb skit where he's taunting the South Korean police to catch him. But the problem is with the title of this TikTok video, because the title says Johnny Somali escapes to the true Korea, and that can be classified as North Korean propaganda. So he could face.
But see, that's another situation. You know, a lot of people don't realize how sensitive that topic is to the Korean people, that he is saying these kinds of things, saying, I am going to the true Korea. That is literally a crime in South Korea to propagate or propagandize for North Korea. And oh my gosh.
I mean, John, isn't it true that, you can correct me if I'm wrong, isn't South Korea and North Korea still literally at war from the 50s?
Well, they're at a standoff, basically. They're at a truce where they're not actively going at each other. But the thing is that, you know, to sit there and use propaganda for North Korea in South Korea is against the law. And like I said, they literally have a military standoff between the two there at that border. And this is crazy.
And you got some Huckalero making games out of it, and they don't like that.
Yeah, well, he's insulting an entire nation by what he's doing. And they've literally made it a crime there because there are so many people that are still directly affected by the problems between the two countries that they've made it a crime to sit there and say anything that is, basically like propaganda for North Korea. And North Korea is an extreme dictatorship communist country. And we know that there are horrible human rights are being violated there on mass scales, people starving, people being imprisoned just for not acting a certain way. And, the people of South Korea are terrified of how the North Korean government acts. And it's not funny. There's a comedy show out of South Korea called The Sound of My Heart. And in one of them, one of the main characters was actually, he does part-time work, being an extra in films. And in one of the films he was working in, he was part of a North Korean unit for that piece of film that they were shooting. He fell asleep on the set. And when he woke up, everybody was gone. He gets on the subway and literally causes an international incident within South Korea simply by running around dressed like a North Korean soldier. I mean, that's how seriously they take this stuff. So here you have Deegan News says they filed a report with ICE regarding Ramzi Ismail Khalid, Johnny Somali, requesting them to investigate his terrorist claims of being a North Korean spy and cyber terrorist under U.S. Code 1038, and it's under false information hoaxes, a penalty of 5 years in prison. The problem is that I don't believe ICE has the authority to actually do anything since he is not within the United States on this one, but it can help his future plans if he comes back to the United States and tries to leave.
Face additional charge for that. On top of that, DGen News Team FT has filed a report to ICE saying, I have filed a report to ICE regarding Ramzi Ismail Khalid, Johnny Somali, requesting them to investigate his terrorist claims of being a North Korean spy and cyber terrorist. Under 18 USC Code 1038, false information and hoaxes, the penalty is up to 5 years in prison. And he said, Ramzi Ismail Khalid, who goes by the name online Johnny Somali, have claimed to be a North Korean spy and cyber terrorist. He also encouraged war between North Korea, South Korea, and Japan, along with inciting genocides on all Asians. In addition, he streams himself approaching minors and so on. So there is so much to say about this guy. And I do hope that ICE can investigate him. I know that he's currently not in the U.S. I don't know if they have jurisdiction outside the U.S. I know that some agencies work with other agencies. So we'll have to see what comes out of that, if anything. Now let's.
So, ICE probably does not have authority to do anything about this, but they can investigate and they can turn over the information and evidence that they get to the South Korean government. And they can use that as evidence against him or even bring new charges against him. And you hear Johnny in the opening of this saying they think they're going to put me away for 29 years. It ain't happening. He knows that there's a real possibility he is going to prison in South Korea for what he has done. I mean, this is just, it's incredible what is going on with this guy. Let me see what we got. Some of the stuff here in chat people are saying. Let's see. He definitely from the shallow end of the gene pool. There you go. Let's see. Chad, what are you thinking so far?
I think it's just about time for him to pay his due. It's time to the check is he's ready to go to jail. He's done enough. It's time.
Yeah. Couch Broccoli, they should send him to North Korea for a sentence. The problem is, you saw what happened with Rodman. Dennis Rodman went over there and they treated him like he was royalty. He could probably pull it off like he's some kind of bigwig over there. But the minute he starts doing this kind of crap, whoa. Yeah, he'll get in huge trouble. Let's see here. Bennebeck. He's probably jumping through backyards. There's a lot of open forestry there throughout South Korea. One of the things that's not being talked about is they have tigers in North and South Korea. Okay, there are tigers there. You out there running, I hope this is just some park in downtown Seoul, but literally you could be running through the forest and end up the snack of a tiger. Yeah. Couch Broccoli, that's an excellent point. Not only is it a huge zone between them, like 1,000 feet total, but it's full of mines. All right. They have dedicated walkways between the two in case there has to be some kind of interaction, but there are literally mines all over the place. Yeah, there you go, Mona. Those are fighting words in South Korea. Peekaboo, hey Peekaboo, and everybody, if you haven't, say howdy to Peekaboo. Peekaboo is one of Alex down the rabbit hole news's mods there, good friend of the channel. Just like playing the North Korean anthem, he did that several times as well. Yeah, that was in one of my one of my other lives where we were actually showing him playing the North Korean national anthem in the subway. Let's see. There is an Artemis. There you go. It's not a treaty, but it's an Artemis. Basically, they're not fighting, but they're fighting. DMZ is it's 2.5 miles wide. Yeah. If he jumps the barrier both sides, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, see, the thing is once you're not in that specific area in Seoul where the borders meet, you know, it's still guarded, it's still watched. But it's not like, you know, right there in that central area. Yes, they do. Let's see here. They got more than that. He will be sorry once he's in prison down there. Yeah, he is going to be. He's going to be real sorry. He has no idea what the prison life is like over there. It is not going to be good. Families haven't been able to see each other since the war started if they were on opposite sides. Absolutely. I mean, you have no idea the amount of how deeply this goes and the separation that has happened for these folks. I went to Pearl Harbor Memorial in Hawaii. Inside the memorial, there was a bunch of kids yelling, cussing, and making fun of the memorial, even trying to remove items. Yeah. You know, that's one of the sad things about, you know, about freedom of speech, but it's not about protecting the speech that we like. It's about protecting speech we don't like. And it's about the fact that sometimes people say things we may not agree with, but they could be right in what they're saying. I hate to say this, but he deserves any negative repercussions that happen to him because of all this ridiculousness. And I hate to see it too. But the fact is that if it was a one-time thing and he got a smack on the wrist for it, yeah, that's one thing. But he keeps going on. And he admits, like he says in this part right here, where it starts off and he says, they think they're going to give me 29 years for this? No, he knows what the possibilities are. The good news for Canadians, if this tool is convicted in South Korea, recognized criminal convictions in South Korea would make him ineligible for entry into Canada. Well, I could see him sneaking into Canada just to do it. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. What are you thinking, Chad?
I'm thinking it's, you know, he's gonna have a different perspective from jail when he has to reflect on what he did.
Yeah. He did it in Japan and got away. Absolutely, Pika. Did it in Israel and got away. Well, he got his butt handed to him a few times. He got lumped up pretty bad in Israel. He was in Bolton. Now he is in some deep poo-poo now. Oh yeah, real deep. Do you think he'll do a how-to video on how to lose your brain cells? That's yeah. I think that every live stream that he does is literally that how-to. Yeah, sometimes that's what I think. I think that he thinks because he has some kind of celebrity status because of how he is, that he literally thinks he's untouchable. And everybody say howdy to Sharifa Dorter. Our good friend Sharifa is back. Sharifa comes and goes as she can. You know, she definitely one of our big family members here. We love Sharifa. Great to see you back, Con. To be young and invincible. He ain't gonna be invincible when he gets to that prison. Tell you that. He gonna learn some new words. Interesting fact that DMZ has completely turned back to nature. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see. There isn't enough money to risk what he is. Yeah, jail over there. Nope, not enough money. That goes back to the point of him thinking he's untouchable. Is he thinks that he's going to get away with this, and he's making a bunch of money while he's doing it. That seems to be the only reason I can see with it. That's why you don't mess around with laws in other countries. Their laws can be much harsher than they are in good old USA. Absolutely. And that's a fact. And everybody, if you're one of those folks who got one of the 5 memberships gifted by Sharifa, make sure that you let Sharifa know you appreciate it. Again, Sharifa, you don't have to do it, hon. We 100% appreciate you doing it. We're just happy to have you back here, hon. And, happy to see you in good spirits and doing well. So let's get back to this and see what else he's got going on.
Let's take a look at the video where he is angering the Muslim community. Keep in mind that he himself is not Muslim. He's
okay. If you are Muslim, if you are offended by acts that would be considered really ridiculing the religion, you ain't gonna want to watch this. He doesn't go overboard on it, but they'll explain it why it is bad what he's doing.
He's actually Jewish, and he posted this video and it was received terribly. People are really pissed off with this. Take a look at this.
I thank Allah for bringing me from Somalia to this Catholic country of Korea. I'm here to spread Islam. Thank you, Allah. I'm gonna pray 2 rakats to thank Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I'm here to spread Islam to these Korean Catholics. Thank you, Allah, for bringing me from Somalia to Korea. Thank you.
First of all,
now, if you don't know, South Korea has a very, very large Christian population. And it is, last I heard, and it may be different now, but the last time I checked, Christianity was the biggest and fastest growing religion in South Korea. All right. And so that seems to be another way that he thinks that he's going to be able to really be shocking is I'm going to spread Islam through South Korea. And you heard him say to these Catholic people, this is what he is. It's all about the shock, all about drawing the interest to him and what he's doing and making people watch the stuff that he's doing. And if you listen, some of my friends who are Muslim, they were just like, no, he's not even doing this stuff right. Yeah, they were pretty upset. So let's see what people have been saying about this.
Well, he's never been to Somalia. He was born in the States and he is of Ethiopian descent. Second of all, he's not Muslim. He is actually Jewish, and everybody knows that, and they're pissed because he's clearly mocking the religion. People are saying, don't mock Islam. People are saying he is Muslim, not Jewish. Why is he mocking Muslims? Are you making Islamic a joke? You are a waste of time, and now you have Islam as your enemy. That's so disrespectful. What the hell? What a shame. All of this for only 3,500 followers. I have lost a few brain cells watching this. Now he is mocking Muslims. Clearly, this was the intent, is to disrespect another religion. And it looks like he succeeded at what he was trying to do. Now, there's so much more news to get through, so don't go anywhere. But before we do that, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. When it comes to Johnny Somali, I only cover fresh, new, and relevant news. Is the new threat that he is going to commit another attack against the South Korean statue if his TikTok channel gets deleted. Take a look at this.
I swear to God, if they ban this TikTok, I'll go back to the statue tomorrow. Wallahi, if they ban this TikTok, I'll go to the statue tomorrow. No, you guys record this. Hello. Record this, please. I got a Korean right here. You think I left? I'm in Korea right now. Someone get me, man.
So that was during a TikTok live or something, and obviously people clipped it because the fact that he's threatening to do another attack on the South Korean statue, it's not very smart considering that you're still facing criminal charges from the South Korean government and that South Korean men and women are hunting you. So the fact that you're acknowledging that your apology was BS and that you're still threatening to disrespect the statue, it's not a good idea. But anyways, this guy's whole life is based on bad decisions. Now let's talk about another bad decision, which is the false privacy complaints. Now, if you've been following my channel for some time, you know that I have received false privacy complaints from Johnny Somali. It was maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago. But now it turns out that the channel Legal Mindset received a barrage of false privacy complaints. Take a look at this.
Did privacy guidelines. So he's attempted to say this violates his privacy. So all these videos, and you can see the videos down here, these videos, all the Johnny Somali videos, right? That all the Johnny Somali videos are violating his privacy by showing his image.
Now, that was a very stupid move on his part. First of all, the privacy complaints aren't going to go anywhere because he's a public figure. My privacy complaints didn't affect my channel whatsoever. No videos were pulled down from YouTube. So he's just wasting his time. But if he were to be able to remove videos from the Legal Mindset channel, then Legal Mindset could sue him into oblivion. It would be very easy considering he's a lawyer. So once again, that's a very stupid mistake. Now, I just want to point out that Johnny Somali is being tracked. You can see right here that someone took a picture of him and he doesn't even know. So he is constantly being watched. Now, before we wrap up the video, I have one more thing I want to share with you guys, is that on his TikTok channel, he is now reposting his crimes and the disrespect he has done to multiple religions and countries. And in this clip, he is showing himself disrespecting a Japanese shrine as he's eating fried chicken while pretending to pray.
Oh my God. No. Oh my God. No.
God sent $5. Get on your knees, black boy.
Do you hear how even disrespectful his own chat is to him? Get on your knees, black boy.
That's sick.
What in the world? Why would you associate yourself with people who would have you degrade yourself like that? Oh my gosh, I do not understand it. But you see, his statement there that if they ban him on TikTok, he's going back to do another video in front of the comfort statues. That completely shows that his apology meant nothing. He knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was doing was wrong, but he doesn't care. It's all about him getting that money from his viewers. I can't say fans, because if a fan is going to say something like that about you, telling you get on your knees and then saying your race, and oh my gosh, sickens me.
It is sick.
Go ahead, Chad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just agreeing with you. That is very sick.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's see. And thank you, Eat More Pizza. And if you're one of those folks who got one of the 5 memberships from Eat More Pizza, make sure you let them know that you appreciate it. Let's see. And Muttering Jay, how are you doing tonight? I see there's a few more people who jumped in here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all for being part of this. Joe Gerst, maybe if he ever gets back to the U.S., they can revoke his passport. It would suck to have him at least, but we'd be keeping him away from embarrassing us internationally. Absolutely. Everything that he's doing, you see, now people on the subway are watching him. People on the subway are taking photos of him, and they're posting them, showing where he is at. I'm literally, I'm telling you, this kind of stuff, he can get unalived for what he has been doing, but he thinks that he's just not going to get in any trouble for it. Oh my gosh. Mona Englert, I didn't even know he was Jewish until you said it, Poe. That really burns my biscuits. Yeah, he that's the thing. He calls himself Johnny Somali, but he's of Ethiopian descent, but he's born in the United States and he is Jewish. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let's see. He doesn't believe a word he is saying. That makes it more offensive. Absolutely. It's all about him getting clicks. That's what it's all about, and getting that money. Do we want him over here targeting Scientology? Now, that might be a good point. What do you think, Chad?
Be better than what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, my goodness. That would be something else to have him over here and have him as part of the anti-Scientology movement. Lord have mercy, because he wouldn't be afraid to do anything. So Crepitus, I don't know if he is practicing in Judaism. I really don't know, but I can say that what he has done is wow. Let's see. Matre, welcome. The Jewish thing was just a scam while he was in Israel, and he pulls it out when he feels like he thinks he can use it. I'm not surprised that he would do stuff like that. I am really not. That, if that's the fact that he would just pull it out, as his backup card or whatever. But yeah, that see, that's the thing, Moultrie, is I don't, everything that I've seen says that he is Jewish. So whether he's, practicing reformed or whatever he is, that's everything that I've seen. I haven't seen anything to say that he is Muslim. If he is, and you're willing to do those kinds of things to your, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, and you're willing to do those things to your own religion, that just shows what kind of value you have for anything. And he's proven it time and time and time again. Yeah, but you know what? With the way the LAPD works with stuff, he wouldn't do any time. I mean, honestly, look at how many people who have been arrested, or as they say, detained for further investigation, within the anti-Scientology movement, and literally they release them that night. So the thing is that it's crazy. Yeah, let's have him join Scientology. No, he'd be the most insane OSA member they have. He yells out that he is autistic too when he is out in public and someone says something to him when he is doing offensive things. That's, as a parent of a person on the spectrum. Wow. Oh,
He's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
yeah, he likes to. A lot of people don't realize there's a huge Jewish population in Ethiopia. Israel Mossad rescued a lot at one time. Well, I did not know that. Thank you for letting us know, James. All right, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of that. And oh, wait a minute, Motri. I'm Korean, so it does matter to me. Absolutely. I am, as someone who has been to Korea, I am, very respectful of the culture and of the people. And thank you for being here. He turned down delicious pork in Korea, saying it was because he was Muslim and only had a Quran in detention while he was in Japan. Very interesting. I'm going to put my email address in there, Motri. If you could email me, I'd like to talk to you about some of this stuff. I'd like to get your viewpoint as a Korean, whether you're living in Korea, whether you're Korean American or you're living somewhere else. I'd like to hear your viewpoint on these things, because I think it's very important to show your thoughts on these. And absolutely, Motri. No need to thank us, because the thing is that this family here, this channel, this community, we are respectful of other people's beliefs. We are respectful of, your country. I have been there. I love it. I think it's an amazing country. And if you email me, we can definitely talk about a lot of stuff that I know. I actually used to know a famous Korean actor, and it's awesome. It's some awesome stuff. So I really appreciate your company. Thank your country. Thank you. Oh yes, thank you. I'd love to talk to you about it. Let's see here. I'm checking right now. I'm not seeing anybody other than some weirdo named Clearwater Chad is live right now. Yeah, and Montri, here it is. 99% of Americans, I'd say it's 99.9999% Americans are disgusted by what he's doing, and he is embarrassing to us. It's only that handful that are paying him all the money on his live streams. So, folks, thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you have found this, well, not enjoyed it, but you see what some people are willing to go to, the links that they are willing to go to for things like this, just for money. Okay. it's very sad. Chad, you got any closing thoughts on all this for us?
Oh, like you said, it was interesting. I learned a lot, and hopefully he gets justice and gets some prison time.
Absolutely. And folks, make sure you get over there and you check out Legal Mindset. You check out 15 Minutes of Shame. Great channels. Make sure if you haven't already, get over to Chad's channel. Give him some love. Chad's doing some really crazy stuff over there. He got me laughing my butt off so much watching the stuff that he's doing on his channel. As always, folks, I talk about it so many times. If you are going to another country, take a little bit of time, learn about their culture, learn about their laws, learn about how to be respectful while you're there. Be the kind of person that you would hope that others would want to be. All right. It doesn't hurt you to be respectful to someone else's culture, to their beliefs. And as always, folks, get out there, travel, enjoy the world, do it respectfully because life is short. You get one shot, make it count.